We are on YouTube now.
Oh, thank you, Leandro. Hi, guys on YouTube. Good morning. Today we're talking about procrastination. And before we start with this conversation, I introduce a little things about talking. And before we starting in YouTube, everyone introduce yourself. But for the beginners, the Talk and Talk, it's a platform for studying English, speak English. It's possible for everyone have a space for speaking. I'm not a teacher. I'm engineer, and I stay here for speaking and listen and study more about English with the other talkers. Today I stay with Evelyn and Leandro, and if you stay comfortable, stay with us on YouTube, because the topic today it's very important for me, and I choose this topic because procrastination is a big problem in the world now. I have this problem, and now I read the first question about the personal procrastination patterns. Do you find yourself procrastinating often? Can you share an example of a task or activity you tend to delay, and why? Evelyn.
So for me, I usually every day I have been a procrastination. Sometimes more than other days, but in general, one example is when I needed to finish my course to make a thesis. I have a lot difficult to finish, but I finish, and it is.
And you, Leandro.
Yeah, I'm shy with because I procrastinating. I'm until have bought a course to don't be procrastinate and have techniques. I know have techniques to be better. I try to not try. I procrastinate more. Thing is that is boring. Yeah. When I need to, I don't know. I need when I need to do something. I for my mind when I need to do something, I try to procrastinate. Yeah. But to avoid this, need to be I need to be more organized and use some tools to don't be don't be a person that procrastinate. But need this um, this kind of discipline to practicing habits. For me, I need to have habits. Yeah, is easy uh, to to I don't know to lost time with other things more interesting. Yeah, interesting. Like Evelyn says about TCC, when I got a degree in technician, TCC was terrible. When I need to study nowadays for my college, I study IT, data science. When I need to study something that I dislike it a lot, I try to study first because I had more energy. But it's totally I have difficult with that. It's not easy. Okay, it's not easy. And the other thing I would like share, procrastinate is different to is different. The people is I don't know the word Preguiçoso. What's the word preguiçoso? Lembra?
I don't know. Lazy person.
Lazy. Yeah, it's different than lazy because the personnel with procrastinating want to do things. Yeah, want to do things, but your brain is disorganized to do things and lost time with other things. And lazy is the personnel that's don't want to study, don't want to work, don't want to anything. But procrastinate is the person that want to do things. Yeah, I come here to practice English, but I want to study in English. But I'm too disorganized. I can't do the things that I want. It's different. Yeah, do you agree?
Yes, I agree with you, Antonio. I'm a kind of person, and I have the problem with procrastination because sometimes I thinking all the time I need to do this one thing and start one thing, and I procrastinate. As I think is this verb in English, but it's not because I'm a lazy person, like you said, but sometimes it's difficult to organize the things in your day. For example, you are data science, I'm engineer, and since this pandemic start, the company changed many things, and I need understand about Power BI, Python. I hate Python. I need study more Python and SQL and other things. It's for me, it's totally crazy. It's difficult, and
no, it's easy. It's easy.
But sometimes I procrastinating, I think is this verb, these things for 6 months. And I remember last year, no, I studied Power BI first, and after this I study a little things in with Python. And but in the start I have a little difficult. I do other things but don't study this. It's similar, for example, with the gym. I hate the gym. I hate to go to the gym, but I do every day in the same time. I do. I hate that place, but it's like a pillow. I think a pílula or remédio.
I don't
but
I don't go. I paid for gym, but don't go. I go 1, 2 a week. Oh my gosh, I need to go every day, but I understand you. I procrastinate all time.
Yes, but now I think I choose the things, and I choose the best time for study, for example, and it's more easier for do one things. Now I understand more about procrastination and about, for example, I have TDAH. ADD, I think. No, I don't remember TDAH in English, but now for example, I do the things in the morning because my brain work very fast and very well. I understand more because in the end of the day, I am a tired person, like a zombie, and it's not I if I stood for 3 hours, I don't remember the things, but in the morning it's more easier, and I do the best things in the start of the day because it's more easier for me. Guys, I move on for the question number 2. It's about understand procrastination. And the question is, what do you think are the main reasons people tend to procrastinate? Is it a lack of motivation, fear of failure, or something else? It's Antonio, what do you think about this question? You said in the first question, one thing, it's for me it's very clear. Procrastination, it's not only about lazy. It's about the different things. No, what do you think, guys, about this question?
I guess have a lot of things that you want. You need to understand about yourself. I don't know if it happen with everybody, but I try to understand more these things. I when I worked with things is not have some rules to follow, steps. I worked was in manufacturing things. We don't need to planning my routine because everything is was planning for managers, and I need to use a machine like some that. Nowadays, I study working for working with technology. I need to do things by myself. I'm a kind of person that need to follow uh, some some rail, some things to some steps to do things. I guess procrastinating is
I
connected,
think you are like me.
but I'm not so organized. But I use here, but it's different. I use one color. I know personals that use a lot of color different to this stack ideas, have insights. But I understand now. Like you said, TDH. I don't know. In English, it's the same. It's a sigla. I don't know. But I believe physiology to contribute because sometimes we have ideas to want to do many things and change the ideas of things that we want to do. For example, I'm here study maths, but my mind is try to go thinking about accounts, about financial, about other things, and try to listen, try to hear what happen on the street. Okay, is concentrated, be concentrated is maybe theology, but have techniques to be better with this. Uh, I guess have a lot of things that can happen with a personal to do to procrastinating. Habits or organized physiology. Other thing I forgot now. But sleepy too, because sometimes you're tired or things that happen. Technology, a lot of technology, like cell phone, mobile. You can you would for me, for example, I would like to see videos, try of these things, yeah, because that I understand me. I try to disconnect it sometimes, yeah. That's it, my opinion. I guess is this the the things that put myself to procrastinate more. Yes.
Thank you, Leandro. And you, well, Evelyn.
So I agree with the Leandro, but I'm thinking one reason too is when you don't see immediately results about you doing. For example, you have one goal with your studies. I needed to learning about the Power BI, and when you don't have a project, we don't have a goal, a good goal, you make a procrastination. And the first step for me is we need a good goal. I make it for this reason. And when you wanted to procrastinate, you see, no, my goal it is, and I need to finish it. Um, just in it is in general when you don't see immediately result, you procrastinating at the moment.
I agree with you, Evelyn. Have a big goal. It's important. But now we have it. It's different now when you compare with the past. For example, I remember when I was a student 20 years ago. I'm an old woman. I don't have cell phone. I don't have other things. I don't have many tips or tips in cell phone. And for me, the cell phone, the Netflix and other things, it's more easier for your losing your time. And for me, it's a trip or trap. It's a trap. It's uma armadilha. Because sometimes if you don't, for me, I need to have a to-do list. Is more easier for me because, for example, today I work very I wake up very early and I do one thing in the job. I study one thing. I read a book. I have a list. It's more easier for me because I follow this list every day, and I think my brain work very well with one list. I remember I read one book. It's in Portuguese. Is O Poder do Hábito. It's a book with a yellow first page. This book is very interesting because this book explains about the power of the habits in your days and explain how the habits change in these last years and how the companies put, for example, a new music in your routine or a new product in your house. For example, this book is so interesting. It's about habits, and I think habits it's next to the procrastination, because for me, when I have a habit, hábito, it's more easier for follow these things and do. And when I understand this, for me, it's more easier. And for example, if I wake up and don't follow the list, I'm a lost person in that day. For me, it's more difficult because I think my brain don't follow this rule, não segue aquela avenida ali que ele está acostumado. It's more easier, I think. I move on for the question number 3 about overcoming procrastination. Have you successfully overcome procrastination in the past? How did your manager to get started on a task you're very avoid? How do you do for do one new thing? I think it's a tip. I start with you, Evelyn. What do you do if you avoid one thing and you need to do this thing? You have a tip for share with us?
Thinking I finish my courses. It's good. I finish my TCC and I avoid the procrastination. But one time I needed to make a research project, and at the time I was a big organized person, and it was a good at the time. But at the moment, I needed to apply more for not to make procrastination.
Thank you, Evelyn. And you, Leandro?
I don't understand what the question is because I have problem with connection.
This question, it's about do you think the persons have reasons, razões for procrastination?
No, it's 3.
Sorry, is the three. Sorry, I lost.
Have you success?
See, if you have success, uh, overcome procrastination in the past, how did you manage to get started on a task you were avoid? If you start one thing and you don't like these things, you have a strategy for do these things, or what do you do with this kind of situation?
Yeah, I don't remember a situation that I overcome the procrastination and have a success. But I understand I need to follow some process to do things. Like Evelyn said, when you have a routine to follow, is easier to um, is easier to doing things. Because I'm like you, Katian. I need a list to do, but sometimes it's difficult to know or to choose what I will put on this list to follow. Uh, I I need sometimes change my I need to be more faster to return to do list, because when things don't happen good, when things don't happen, something I lost some activity, some tasks to do. Is like a domino effect. It's difficult to return and do the other things. Uh, I don't know. I don't remember the time, but I guess it's more connected with school when I need to do TCC or work with a team. Uh, I know it's easier. It's easier when I is things more connected with professional. Yeah, I have these difficulties. I pay more attention with professional or work for others. And my task is personal tasks. I sometimes I have I don't work well. I try to use my time for doing professional things, and sometimes I need to study. Sometimes I need to take care with my health, and this I procrastinate more with myself. Yeah, that's it. I nowadays I try to work with this process to be better with avoid procrastination. Yeah, this subject is so important because I remember I need to pay attention. This book that you said is a kind of book that I procrastinated to read. I try to read this book a few times. I read a few pages. The Habits Power, I guess, is good. It's a good book. I have a lot of recommendations about this.
This book it's very interesting. This book explain about many things in our life. I don't imagine the things what the author, I don't remember author in English, but the author explaining this book, and after read this book I understand a little things. I for in this question, I remember I have a problem start in the gym and stay in the gym, and I speak with a teacher, and the teacher said for me, stay here for 20 minutes for day for one one week. In the next week you stay for more 5 minutes. In the next week more 10 minutes. And now I go to the gym and it's not the love space for I do, but it's more easy because this tip, this idea work very well because I think my brain adapt with the ambient, habitual ambient. And when I go to the gym now, it's not totally different or avoid like in the past. It's because I put a few minutes every day in that habit, and I think my brain probably understand. And now I don't avoid more. I go. It's not my love do thing to do, but it's okay. It's a tip for me. Um, the question, I think I jumped for the question number 4 about productivity strategies. What strategies do you use to combat procrastination and increase your productivity? Are there specific techniques or tools that work well for you? Guys, now I work from home, and it's totally different in the past. And I remember when this pandemic started. Oh, I in that time I think, it's not possible for the engineers working at home. Okay, but I now I use a different kinds of strategy, because if you don't have a strategy work from home, it's not possible with a kid, for example. And now, for example, I put my cell phone in the silence during the day, and it's I because these things make me more productive. Because if you have Instagram, WhatsApp, Telegram, and other kinds of notification, it's not put your attention in activity. And now when I need to finish one project, for example, I close the things, because if the things it's open, everyone tell for you or make do the message. And for me, it's the kind of the strategy for make my day more productive in my job. And you, Evelyn?
So I had used Pomodoro. Is a Apple time. And I put in 25 minutes, and I have a 25 minutes and 5 minutes of pause. 25 minutes and 5 minutes pause. And it's good because I see my productivity in general. Today I make 80 pomodoros, 80 apples. And in this activity, in other activity, I make it. And what do you make in other times? I know what I procrastinating too. Other technique that I usually for to start my activities is the rules of 3, 2, 1. I needed to make one activity, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I need to make it 3, 2, 1, go. Go. For me, it had been working, because I have a difficult to start the activity. When I stay in the activity, I have a pay attention, but I have a difficult to start. And the role is of 3, 2, 1 is good for this, because I start and I not think about it. I'm just going, it is.
Thank you, Evelyn. And you, Leandro?
Yeah, I know Pomodoro for me help me to doing things, but I need remember to use. When I use it's good because sometimes I started to go things they don't use Pomodoro, but I understand. I know have techniques to be better as a recompensation of your steps is a good technique for me. Recompensation. I don't know is right this word recompensation or give small prizes for yourself for tasks that you finished because it's like uh, uh, I try to I try to deceive, yeah, to deceive my brain, try to enganar, you know, my brain to the things that is make me happy. For example, I have a task and I need to do something that I need to do, and when I finish this, I try to I go doing something that I like a lot, like watch some movie or play video game, like some that I put a time in and use to give a recompensation, give a prize for me, a gift for me, yeah, this time, because I understand my brain need to be happy. The thing that don't is bad for me, like Katina said, is social media. I'm not. I don't know if it's my generation. For me, I'm not. It's impossible to be connected with all social media all time and go with my mind to social media. I need to return for do things because that I try to put a Pomodoro to use. I have a time to go to see if you have one thing important to some important message on the WhatsApp or something. I work, for example, I work and study for 50 minutes and I have a pause with 10 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes to see if something happened. But when I don't have interruptions of my work, I work it better. As a go to have a coffee, go to have a lunch, go to this thing is this interruption is bad for me, for my mind to return. I need focus and be concentrated. But Pomodoro is good. 25 minutes doing things in 5 minutes to pause and um, uh, be stand and try to I don't know strict alongar. I don't know. It's good for me. Or drink water. And in this time, I guess work good. Yeah, but things that as Katiana said, you said, Evelyn, is I totally agree.
Like you said, for example, you work in IT area. For example, I don't imagine you programming and have a new message. You lost that idea. If I and after you return to the código, I don't remember código, but it's not possible. Because the now you if you have a distraction all the time in with the cell phone. It's a good topic for the other immersions, because the now the apps with the apps, if you don't put your cell phone in the silence during the day, it's you're lost your focus all the time. It's for me, it's more difficult with a cell phone. I use my cell phone, but I avoid, for example, Instagram. I use for 1 hour, one in the day, and I don't put the other kind of app with short videos. I don't remember the name of the
TikTok.
the TikTok, it's so common in between the teenagers and adults now. And I see the people for 1 hour in that with this situation. 1, 2, 3. And for me, it's not imagining you're lost 1 hour in front of your cell phone. And it's possible for you, for example, study one new language or study one new thing. And I avoid put these things in my cell phone because it's a trap, é uma armadilha.
Yeah, it is a trap, and this thing is made for make people lost time, because the companies, social media, the platforms earn money with the time to see the propaganda, to see the advices, advice, propaganda. I forgot. That's it. I guess the platform use psychology to keep using, to keep people using the in lost your time using this. TikTok is a kind of thing that's it's impossible for me have in my mobile, because I try to use. I know myself. I try to use things that will I will not lose my time. I don't use Facebook. I don't use Instagram. Only WhatsApp. But I don't receive any kind of notification. I disconnected of notification. I need to open WhatsApp to see if I have a message. Okay, because I know if you have a notification in my cell phone, made sound or some notification, I understand. I will lose my time. In enough many years, I don't use more. I use them when I need, because my company is a thing that is need a lot of I be connected. Nowadays, I study for technology. I don't at this moment I don't work, yeah, because I'm in transitional career. I worked with a construction buildings for a company. I worked as a home office too, because my company was in Paraná. I worked here in São Paulo. But I needed to be connected with WhatsApp, but more connected than nowadays. Nowadays, I try to avoid, to maintain my focus, studying and doing things that I need to improve myself, improve my career, improve my languages. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Katiana, in everything. I understand. It's crazy for me. I know have a misconception of personals that is I don't know, multiple tasks in the same time. I don't believe in this. I believe if you do more than one thing in the same time, you will be you do this worse than if you do things one things 4 times. Yeah, each time.
It's a good question, Leandro. I jumped to the other question, but this is a good question. Evelyn, you think it's possible do all the same time, do different things at the same time, and for example, focus in different things? Because for me, I have difficulty with this. I need to put my focus in one thing, finish the things, and start a new thing.
I'm thinking that depends of what do you doing. For example, I have a time of my life and I needed to make a database. And it's a mechanical work because I needed to research about the article papers. And in these papers, I needed to take the tables and the putting and the organizing in the tables. At the
I agree.
moment, I heard in music, I heard in series and in English, but I am not to have a pay attention totally. And what do you do? Not to just, for example, I see the movies and series and heard music, and I not to have a pay attention totally in the series. I put in series, then I saw it and the last time, for example, Friends and the comedy series, sitcoms. But I make my tables, and these sometimes I algumas vezes eu dava uma risada escutando a série, but it's a mechanical work it. And in other situations, I'm thinking not is possible to make two activities, and when you need to pay totally pay attention. I don't know.
And you, Leandro, what do
Yeah,
you think?
I agree with you, Evelyn. But for example, when things that is not have don't need cognitive attention, pay attention with for example, when I doing math or I programming things or I need to think more. This kind of thing is difficult when you try you doing the same time. For example, for me, it's impossible. I dislike listen music because with song with singer because music with singer I try to if a new song I try to understand what singer is singing. Because that's if I working or studying, I used to put I always put
Instrumental.
instrumental songs of instrumental classic music because because I not don't become distracted. Like you said, things that use is a routine or use hands, motor things, don't know, coordenação motora, yeah, and you learn to do things in the routine you use to do every time, often often doing is more easy to is easier to do in the same way that you do other things. But thinking then I need to study or understand the problem or think for me it don't happen. I know have people that will say it's possible. Yeah, I'm a personal that use doing a lot of things at the same time. For me, I don't believe this. It will be good in everything. Yeah.
Me too.
Me too. I think I'm a more productive one thing. Guys, our time is almost finished. Thank you for stay with us. And I said now bye-bye, YouTube. And você finaliza, por favor, Antônio. Guys, I put the survey on the chat. Please, if you love this immersion, talking in this survey, if you have a new idea for the other immersion, please put in this survey. I say thank you for staying with me in this immersion. It's a pleasure stay here. Sorry, because I have a problems with the things in the cell phone, and I waited for you guys in the next week. And I say thank you and have a good day. I think
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
bye-bye.
You.